Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Premier Sport Fan Sport Center, your number one favorite sport channel on YouTube and Facebook. And you are welcome to our watch along show. And tonight is the ongoing African Championship, the African Nations Championship, ongoing in Morocco. And our watch along show tonight is the match between Senegal taking on the home base Eagle. That's the Nigerian team, and we are already underway, just under a minute now, with kickoff already ongoing with Senegal now trying to see if they can get an early goal against the home base Eagle, but the home base Eagles have been very resilient at the back in these early stages of the game. Let's quickly remind you that the 2025 African Nations Championship is being held in Morocco. Morocco is the host, and Nigeria is currently playing in Group D. We've seen one match already played in Group D today, and the match between Congo and Sudan ended 1-1, and so no victor, no vanquish. It's 1-1, and Nigeria hoping to get a win in this game and top the group, because we are in Group D, and there's matches have also gone on in every other group. Every other group have actually played. So let's quickly bring you up to date with the lineup of both teams. Let's just bring you with the lineup. So So in goal for Senegal, let's start with Senegal. Senegal, who are the home team, in goal, they have Diouf. Diouf in goal for them. And they have Ba also, CCM also, Gomez leading the attack for them. There's Gueye there, Koita, Mbaye, Ndaye, Niang, Sambi, L for them. Let's go to the Nigerian lineup now. In goal for Nigeria is Lawa. Lawa in goal for Nigeria. Mustafa Lawa in goal for Nigeria, and completing the 11 is Abdurrafiu in jersey number 13 for Nigeria. Number 10, the jersey number 10 for Nigeria is Adebayo. Jersey number 2 for Nigeria is Akoni. Jersey number 15, Ijoma. Jersey number 11 is Ismaila. Jersey number 7, Jaba. Jersey number 4 for Nigeria is Junior. Jersey number 5 is Ngenge. While the number 19 jersey for Nigeria is Sekuru, and the last but not the least to complete the 11 for Nigeria, sporting the number 17 jersey for Nigeria is Raymond Chukwu, the Remo Stars player there. So let's see if Nigeria will be able to, get a victory against this stubborn Senegalese side, who are trying to see if they can get an early goal, and here they come again now, but dispossessed, and Nigeria won possession now, trying to turn defense, send a long one into the half of Senegal there, but that will clear the Senegalese defender. They have cleared that one out for a throw, and it will be a throw into Nigeria in a promising situation there. So I guess Nigeria will be very, very motivated to win this African Nation Championship, having seen what the Nigerian female side, talking about the women, the senior women and the Falcons, winning the African Nations Cup recently, and the reward, being dished out to those girls. I think the home base Eagles too, we want to get a taste of it, because yesterday we also saw the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria talking about His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also rewarding the Tigress, that won the African Nations, Afro basketball. Also, so the boys also, $100,000 is not a small money here in Nigeria. That's around 160 million naira. So I believe the home base Eagle will be motivated to get that. And we've seen the first yellow card issued now, and the first yellow card has gone in the way of Nigeria. The number 17 jersey, talking about Raymond Chukwu, has been booked by the referee there, and he needs to be very, very careful because it's too early for him to pick up a yellow card. We've seen less than 7 minutes of football played, and he's already on the booking. I mean, on the referee sheet now. And Senegal tried to lead attack again now, but cleared out there by the Nigerian defender there, who have not been able to settle down in this game. The Senegalese have been coming on Nigeria, and yet they come again, send the long one there, but the Nigerian goalkeeper, quickly gathered that one and head on to that one. So it's Senegal, who have had the first shot on target in this game. So it's still goalless. And Nigeria send the long one now into the half of Nigeria there, but Senegal will take control of that one now. Send the long one now, trying to counter from the right hand side of attack there, but the Nigerian defender there was equal to the task there and clear that one out. But there's a player on the floor there, but the referee says play on. There's a Senegalese player there out there in Morocco. Can the Nigerian side get the victory to put them top of the group? Talking about Group D, we have 4 group in this tournament, and we've seen Group A play. Let's quickly, why the medical teams are attending to the Senegalese player. Let's quickly bring you up to date with the current standing of the competition. While we're on that, so in Group A, we have Morocco, the host country, Kenya, Zambia, and DRC, and there are actually 5 on that group. Talking about Angola, but Zambia has been withdrawn from that group. So we have Morocco, Kenya, DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Angola completing the group. And we've seen match day 1 already played in that group. Morocco defeating Angola by 2-0, while Kenya defeat DRC. They're talking about Democratic Republic of Congo by a lone goal. So in Group A, you have Morocco and Kenya topping the group, while Morocco top based on goals scored. And in Group B, we have Tanzania, Mauritius, Mauritania, Madagascar, Central African Republic, and Burkina Faso. But Central African Republic also have been withdrawn also from the competition. So we have Tanzania, Mauritania, Madagascar, and Burkina Faso in the group. And we've also seen match day 1 played out there also in Group B, while Tanzania defeating Burkina Faso by 2-0, and Mauritania and Madagascar played at a goalless draw. So it's Tanzania who top Group B alongside Mauritania and Madagascar with 1 point. Tanzania topping the group with 3 points. So in Group C also we have Algeria, Guinea, South Africa, Niger Republic, and Uganda, but South Africa have been withdrawn from the competition. So you have Algeria, Guinea, Niger, and Uganda in that group. We've also seen match day 1 played out there also in Group C with Algeria defeating Uganda by 3-0, while Guinea defeating Niger by 1-0. So both Algeria and Guinea topping the group with 3 points each, while Niger and Uganda sit bottom with 0 points. The last group, talking about the group, the Nigerian group that we are covering right now, is Group D. We have Congo, Sudan, Senegal, and Nigeria. We've seen match day 1 played between Congo and Sudan, and it ended 1-1. And the last match, but not the least in the group, is the match we are currently covering now. Is the match between Senegal and Nigeria, and it's still goalless as it stands now. So it's still goalless as it stands now. So we already know that Nigeria, if a victory for Nigeria in this game, we take Nigeria top of the group there, and we've seen 12 minutes of football play and already, but the Senegal leagues are looking very, very dangerous going forward. Nigeria have not, settled in this game, and you can tell by the way they've started in this game. Though Nigeria, having the larger ball possession, but to me they've not been able to organize themselves. With Nigeria having 59 ball possession compared to 41 of Senegal in this first 12 minutes. And here comes Nigeria now. We'll send it backward. And send it backward. And viewers, don't forget to like and share, let us know in the comment section what you make up of this match, or give us your scoreline and your prediction. And also in the studio with me is my co-analyst here, and talking about Doc, the Doc himself. You're welcome, Doc.
Thank you for having me, Paul. And good evening, viewers. Good evening, fans all over the world. Our Premier Sports Fan Center is here again, and we're doing this, and we're celebrating Nigeria and Senegal, the ongoing African Champions Nations Cup, which is normally called the CHAN. And it's so exciting being here, being part of the CHAN. And for tonight, we know Nigeria is facing Senegal. And Senegal, Nigeria, we know, Paul, Senegal, Nigeria have had encounters, about 19 encounters or so in their previous matches. And Nigeria has had the better 18 matches in total. Nigeria winning 9, Senegal winning just 4, and then draws were 5. So Nigeria has actually defeated Senegal in their last 4 encounters.
Yeah,
on the road.
It's always a very, very, when we you talk about defeating Senegal, it's always a very, very hard, a tough match for Nigeria. And you could look at the scoreline of those games, you see that they are very, very close. We know Senegal, they are one of the best teams in Africa. Talking about Senegal, because if you look at what they've been able to achieve in the last 4-5 years, you definitely know that one of the favorites going forward in this game. And I said it earlier on, I want to believe the home base Eagle will be motivated with probably what they're seeing with the rewards ongoing in Nigeria now. We've been motivated with, we saw the women's team winning the African Nations Championship,
and they were
splashed. Yesterday, recently, the basketball, the FIBA. Yeah. So I believe if these ones too can achieve basketball, that, they will definitely get. So I think they should be motivated, by that, and go ahead and win the game. And,
absolutely, I actually think this is the time for Nigerian squads to show what they have, because you have our government, the Nigerian government, that is actually celebrating, and they are out and out, trying to encourage the youth to do their thing. Then they're just looking for every excuse, to celebrate the youth, and then this is an opportunity for them to showcase. Back in the days, we're talking of the FIBA, the Nigerian Tigress, winning the 10th, their 9th championship in basketball in Africa. And never have they been celebrated like this. No. Same with the Falcons, the Falcons of Nigeria. The Falcons have won 10 times now out of the 13th, 13 previous encounters. They lost only 3 since 1998. And for Nigeria to celebrate them with so much, that's a lot, really. And that's a precedence that has been laid by the federal government of Nigeria. Kudos to them, and kudos to the sporting federations too that made these things happen, the coaches, the technical crew. And we're just hoping that these guys at the CHAN will make Nigeria proud. This is our national club, national team right now.
The home base.
Yes, it's a national team, as they refer to them. They're not the international set. They're home-based players who play in domicile country, and they're facing themselves in Africa. And let's see how they pay out in this kind of contest. But I expect Nigeria to come out of this encounter 2-1, really, if you want my prediction. I think Nigeria should win this. If we don't get 2 goals outrightly, they possibly end 2-1 if things work the way we expect. But as it is, Nigerian players have not been playing badly. You see so many much infringements on the Nigerian guys as against the amount of infringements on the Senegalese side. And it's so fantastic, you know. And to also crown it all, the Nigerian crew took a coach that performed so wonderfully in the last MPFL. As a coach of Remo Stars.
Yeah.
You know, he was given the task of taking these guys and bringing something. And we know Gumodede, he's a wonderful performer. You know, he has taken Remo Stars consistently to top 3 in the MPFL in their last 3 seasons. Top 3 in the last 3 seasons. They are the only club with that consistency.
Yeah, and you know, if you can go ahead and help the Chant Eagle at least get to the final, I think that will continue to boost his CV. One day it might be, you know, a tip to lead the Super Eagle itself. And here comes Senegal now trying to see if they can get the Hell Eagle here, but the Nigerian defenders they're very, very quick to, you know, clear that one out. And here comes Nigeria now trying to turn defense into attack, attacking from the left-hand side of the attack there. We caught back and, you know, send it back into the midfield, but lost possession back to Senegal now, who pass it around.
You know, at the heart of the Senegalese team today, we expect the midfield to be dominated by this young man, this 22-year-old guy, up and coming in the Senegalese league. Issa Kane, that's his name.
Yeah.
And Kane is expected to perform, you know, wonderfully well, control the midfield, and totally dominate. But I've not seen him in action here. Nigerian players in the midfield are not allowing Kane to move.
He's actually on the bench. Yeah, it was dropped on the bench there. He's actually on the bench there. Sagan Kane. He's on the bench. Couldn't make it to the first 11 there. And that's surprising, considering that is the player we've been looking out for, except he's injured, possibly injured, or it might be, well, you know, due to tactics. You know, probably the manager of the Senegal have seen that, you know, there will be a lot of attention, probably trying to bring in.
No, but I don't see you benching your best player to start a game like this.
Years old.
This is the first game. Yeah. This is the first game in the tournament. 22 years old is not a child.
Yeah.
So if Lamine Yamal could be started at 17 or 16, come on, 22-year-old should not be a problem to throw into the match. There must be an injury of some sort or something to keep Kane on the bench, because all eyes are actually on him on the side of Senegal, just like all eyes are on the Malik Jamal on the Nigerians, Jafar on Nigerian side. Pardon me. You know, everyone is expecting him to go through for Nigeria. One of the best players for Remo Stars in the last Premiership, the last season of the MPFL, where the Remo Stars actually came out tops and won the trophy. So this was the main guy in the attack, and he's here for Nigeria, and so much is expected of him. You know, I said, to whom much is given, much is expected. Jabbar Malik is expected to lead the attack of Nigeria, and is expected to perform. Even if he doesn't score, his XG is pretty high. You know, he's expected to perform an assist or a scoring role in this encounter. Let's see how that plays out with Jabbar Malik. And well, since Senegal decided to bench their main man, well, we'll see how it goes.
So here comes Nigeria now for the very first time attacking the Senegalese goalkeeper in this game. But the Senegalese goalkeeper, under pressure there, but make that one comfortable. Talking about Diouf in goal for Senegal, gather down nicely and send it back into the half of Nigeria. Senegal still in control of this game now. Send it back to the goalkeeper. Talking about Diouf there. So, Doc, a win for Nigeria, I think, will be a very, very big, morale booster for them going forward in the group, because we've seen the other teams in the group, played out a 1-1 draw today. Talking about Congo and Sudan, I think a win for Nigeria. Probably, should I say this should be the hardest match on paper for Nigeria in the group?
Yes, Congo, we know Congo is not a very highly rated footballing nation in Africa. They are behind Nigeria. The only team in the African squad rated above Nigeria is this Senegalese squad, which is rated between 1 and 7, or 1 and 5 in Africa, while Nigeria sits on number 7 or 6 or 7 or so. And as it is, of course, we expect Senegal to be the best. But, when you're talking of that rating, that world FIFA ranking, is talking about their international players, not just the local players. But Senegal is Senegal here.
Yeah.
So should this one lose, this one win, it affects their rankings. And whoever wins here takes the trophy away. So Senegal is attacking again from the left of the attack, and winger goes forward. He makes a pass into the area, and then a crossing comes into the Nigerian area, and the header sends it back into the midfield. And Senegal will pick up again, and they will try again from the right wing, and an attack is building up, and a cross is coming into the dangerous area in the Nigerian penalty box, and a shot was taken, but the goalkeeper was there to save the day. A wonderful, wonderful Lawal was there to just save Nigeria from that attack, and tension goes down a bit for Nigeria. Senegal will rest a bit, and the attack goes again from Nigerian side, coming to Senegal right now. And the Senegalese defense, particularly their number 2, will be on the run. He's on the solo run. He dribbles 1, dribbles 2, dribbles 3. He's on to the 4th, and he's been infringed and fouled. And that would likely be an offend that will warrant a card on the Nigerian left back. What does the referee say? Brings out a card. There's a yellow card for the Nigerian captain. Nduka will get a card for stopping that play. He had to take one for the team, don't you think? Because the right winger was actually building a momentum that might be very, very costly for the Nigerian squad. If he gets into the dangerous penalty area at that pace, he's already dribbled 1, 2, 3, and did a 1-2 with another player, and almost in the penalty area of Nigeria. The captain had to take one for the club, or for the side rather, and the guy is still on the floor. The player is rolling on the floor. The number 2 man, that will be Sadiq Jr. No, that's the bar.
Yeah.
The bar is actually rolling on the floor. Is that Goye?
Ndiaye rather.
Okay, so
talking about Mbaye Ndiaye there for Senegal. But I think the Nigerian team needs to be very careful now going forward, because this is the second yellow card issued to the Nigerian team, and it's still in the first 25 minutes, and we've already had 2 yellow cards in this game, so we need to be very, very careful. But talking about the captain, making sure he stopped that attack.
But that attack had to be
Junior
stopped.
Nduka there, the Remo, one of the Remo stars player out there on the field there. Let's see if Nigeria will be able to defend this set piece.
So Senegal stands to take a set piece from a dangerous position right of the field in Nigerian area. 2 players are standing on the ball, a left footer and a right footer. Expectations in the 18 area of Nigeria. The goalkeeper in red, and the cross comes in, a dangerous one, and the header sends it over the bar. No, the ball is still in play, and the Nigerian squad tries to send it out, and a shot. A blind one will take it into the midfield, and Senegal will have a chance again. They will go at Nigeria again, take the longish one back to the right wing, back to the number 2 man, who will send it to the defense. The midfield will send it back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper of Senegal will rescue them. The off will step up and send the ball to Layous. Layous will look for the goalkeeper once more. The off will take the ball back from him, and he sends it right to his central defender, Siseba, and who sends it again to Diofuba, and Diof will send it to Lee. Nigerian players will disrupt the flow, and an infringement has been blown by the referee. A free kick blown in favor of Nigeria. There was a foul committed against Sikiro of the Nigerian attack. He was fouled by the midfield of Senegal when he made a tackle. And then the game score is still 0-0. 0 Nigeria, 0 Senegal. This is the first match they won of Group D. And Congo has played a draw earlier with
Sudan.
Sudan, also in the same group. So as it is, everybody's still on 1 point in that group. So the tie is even. Nigeria will attack now in the midfield. Will toy with the ball. Ball goes to the left flank, and the Nigerian left winger will try and put a throttle on. He goes on. He sends a long one. Oh no, he sends a pass across, but to an opponent. It was a blind pass to the opponent. And Nigeria will try to build again, and they will send the ball back to the opponent. And Nigeria will try an attack and back to the opponent. It looks to me like all of them are so friendly, passing to the others. They are not interested in passing to their mates, just like the Senegalese. The Nigerians are disjointed in their attack, disjointed in their passing. They are uncoordinated and so untogether. They are so local in their approaches to these games, and nothing professional about them to watch right now, other than just pass the ball to the opponents. But we have to stick on and see what will happen as we move on. Nigeria will rescue the ball in the half, sends it to another Nigerian, and the Nigerian player will send it back to the defense, and Nigerian Diouck will collect the ball, roll it across the goal line to his teammate Abdul Rafiu. Rafiu will send it back to Diouck, who will look for another teammate, and who will take the ball up, and the ball comes to Malik. That's Jabbar Malik. He will send it back to the defense, and then we'll come back to the midfield. And Nigerian players are just passing the ball around. They seem to be trying to get confident on touches, keep a long touch on the ball, and the ball goes into touch after a tackle from that Senegalese Niang on the Nigerian number 11. Sadiq, who will make a quick throw and continues the gameplay. Sadiq will send the longish one into the area of Senegal, but the linesman will say, no, that is not according to the rules. You have to stop and let them play a free kick. It is a free kick to Senegal, as a Nigerian player has been blown to have been adjudged offside. Senegal will kick the game on, and ball comes to the goalkeeper. Diouck will take the ball, will send it to the right flank to Cisse. It will send it to Arierhi, and Ba will send it to the midfield, and the midfielders are still going on. And who is this in the midfield? An attack is coming from here. Senegal has a chance, and oh no, the Nigerian goalkeeper will step up and pick the ball. Mohamed Lawal to the rescue here. Nigeria will restart the game from the right, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in to Nigeria. Gameplay is still 0-0. Game time as we speak is 29 minutes of the game. Almost the half-hour mark, Paulo.
Yeah.
It's almost half-hour mark. Nothing is happening here. These players don't seem to know their left from their right. They seem to just be playing as if they were a set of overage 40-year-olds gathered together to just entertain the crowd here. They're not playing much professionally. They can't barely lace 5 passes together, except take longish balls and try to get into the half or the 18 of the other opponent, and they keep losing the ball. What would they do with this one? Would Nigeria take a chance? Nigeria has a chance. A shot deflected. Another shot, and over the bar. That's over the bar. That was a wayward shot from Jabbar, the man we talked about, Jabbar. The Remo Stars man, one of the highest goal scorers of the MPFL for last season. He took a very longish shot, went way over the bar, but it was infringed by a Senegalese defender.
I think that should be a free corner kick to Nigeria, and I think this should be the first corner kick to Nigeria in this game. And you talked about how Nigeria and Senegal have been performing so far in this game. We've seen an hour of football played already there, but both teams have not been really impressive. But I want to believe it's just because it's probably the first game, and both teams are still trying to find their feet. But if you look at Nigeria, they are trying to build up from the back, but the Senegalese players are trying to unsettle them, not giving Nigeria the time and space to put those passes. But I believe the manager is actually seeing everything, and
Nigeria with the cross and the chance. Oh no, Senegal was there to send it away from their dangerous point, and Nigeria will return the ball back to their goalkeeper, who will send the longest one into the opponent's half, and it just goes straight to the defense of Senegal. Senegal will try and rebuild, but the keeper nearly made a mistake here. He corrected himself quickly and sends a longish one to his left flank, and the left winger will send it back to the midfield. The midfielders will play with the ball, send it to the right flank. The ball comes to the right winger, Arierhi, who will return the ball and sends it across into the Nigerian area. The ball comes into the Nigerian area, and the Nigerian defender, Malik, was there again to put the ball into touch for a throw-in for Senegal against Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Senegalese player, number 17, is on the floor as we speak. MY is right there lying on the floor, as his name implies. So far, so good. Cisse has been the highest rated player on the field. Cisse is a midfielder of Senegal. Number 6 for Senegal. Cisse is on 7.4 over 10 rating. And that is the highest player rated. After which, we have Abdurrafiu of Nigeria, rated 7.0 right now. All other players are below 7 mark as of now. And the ball comes into the Nigerian penalty. A dangerous one. And it was just whisked away. It was a header from Bar, but it went right out of the goal. A beautiful attempt from Senegal, if you ask me. A nice run, but the header just didn't go into the net. And Nigeria was just lucky to be saved from conceding the fourth and very crucial goal at that moment.
Yeah, Nigeria needs to wake up, allowing them to float that ball at the back post. Yeah, and the Senegalese player, you could see the frustration in him. He knows that he could have done better with that opportunity there. But Nigeria needs to be very, very careful because if the Senegalese player, talking about Bad, had gotten everything right, that could have been the opening goal for Senegal. And
that might have been really disastrous for Nigeria, considering that this team doesn't even know their left from their right. How can they recover? Look at them now struggling to even keep the ball away from their goal area. The Senegalese have a free kick now. They have a throw-in. Oh, no, they won the ball, and the ball is in the Nigerian penalty area, struggling to remove the ball. And then just a longish bulaba kind of shot away from the goalpost to get the ball away. Anything to get the ball away from the goalpost. There's no particular pattern, no particular technique is working here with the Nigerians. I think the Senegalese are more composed in front of the post than the Nigerian players. Of course, the Nigerian national team right here is just struggling to put it together and possibly get one across. An attack, a dangerous attack from Nigeria, but no. That was a very uncalculated, innocent and childish pass from that attacker for Nigeria. What's his name again? Sekiru. He will send the ball back to the Senegalese player, who will now launch another attack and against Nigeria. And the ball goes into touch, and you can see clutching his head here is our man, the coach of the Super Eagles, the technical advisor. He's here clutching his head. And he's just feeling sorry for himself for managing such a team. He's enjoyed managing super players recently. He had so much fun doing that. But it doesn't seem so this day. And he's rubbing his head. Let's hope he doesn't peel off his skull while trying to salvage something. And we're talking about our man, our new coach, the Nigerian coach, Eric Chell, as a technical advisor. As we said, he's been assisted by Taiwo Gumodede from Remo Stars as one of the coaches. And the corner kick will be taken quickly by the Senegalese. A cross into the 18 area of Nigeria and quickly salvaged by the Nigerian defense. And Nigerian midfielder trying to pass the ball around. They refuse to take a quick one. And the ball comes to Sekiru. Sekiru will do what? He will be pushed off the ball for an infringement, for a free kick given to Nigeria. Akoni has just been pushed off the ball. That's Sekiru, right? And the referee has blown his whistle. It's a foul for Nigeria against Senegal. On the bench for Nigeria, we have the following people as the substitutes. Badmus Nuruddin is in goal, the goalkeeper on the bench. Afiz Bankole, Austin Harrison Uzondo, Stephen Manyo, Taufik Otanigi, Hadi Haruna, Alex Oyowa, Vincent Emitope, Godwin Obaje, Anas Yusuf, Shola Adelani. Those are the people on the bench for Nigeria. Is there any hope here for all these guys? Is there any fantastic player that can make a change here?
There are a lot of players there talking about Obaje, Otani and Co. But you have to look at the 11 on the pitch first, and the manager will be actually, with the way the game is going, I won't be surprised as early as the first minute of the second half, introducing another player to replace either of one of these players on the pitch there. And we talked about Remo Stars, and they have a lot of players here, and you want to believe that since most of them play for Remo Stars, they would have been, they would
gel together.
Yeah, but so far you could see the way the team have been playing. They're struggling. Honestly, they're struggling. They, like you said earlier on, they hardly complete 4 or 5 passes. And just giving the ball to the Senegalese, while the Senegalese also, returning the favor back to Nigeria.
Exactly.
Both teams have been, struggling, but I want to believe either way, anybody that gets the 3 point will definitely, be feeling very, very, very lucky and topping the group. And because for both teams, both Senegal and Nigeria are playing probably the strongest of the group. So after you take away Senegal, I think Nigeria should be finding it at least a little bit easy. Though in football there is no easy games these days, but playing the likes of Sudan and but the other Congo, I think Nigeria should be able to,
Nigeria has a chance, but oh no, what will they do? They'll just push the defender down and commit an offense. Oh no, that was a half chance for Nigeria, and Cheikh could not believe himself. He could not just believe himself that Ijoma could not make something out of that chance.
Yeah, and I think we need to talk about the manager. They are talking about Arierhi, because for the very first time in a long time, I'll be seeing this Super Eagles manager, going on to the African Championship to lead the team. Also, probably it's part of the contract he actually signed, because with the former manager, talking about maybe when we had the likes of
and the rest of them,
I don't think they actually took on the home-based Eagles. So what's the difference now?
Yeah, I think it must have been the contract, and then another thing Nigeria wants right now is result. So they're putting all their energy together. They have the local coaches also supporting, just like we noted. But Cheikh is leading the crew. It's not a bad development if you look at it, because when you look at the UEFA Nations League, you see the best coaches leading them also in Europe, although those are their best teams they put forward. But the Nations League is similar to what they are playing here right now. It's the second version of the UEFA Nations Cup.
Yeah, talking about the Euros,
Yeah, the UEFA Nations League. That's the second Nations League. That's the second fiddle to their UEFA Nations Cup.
Yeah.
Total shots is 3-3. Shots off target 3 to Senegal, 0 to Nigeria.
Yeah.
It means they're making a lot of attempts at the end of Nigeria end. And if you look at goalkeeper saves too, 1 to Senegal, 0 to Nigeria. And you look at fouls, you have 4 fouls for Senegal, 7 fouls for Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's criminal. It means the Nigerians have been doing more respecting on the floor and just bringing down the Senegalese, rather than playing the ball. It means the Senegalese are playing more of the ball, but possession shows 55% for Nigeria and 45% for Senegal. In spite of the attack Senegal has made, but Senegal has been knocking on the door much more than Nigeria. And if any team would likely score first, it looks like this Senegalese team, not the green, white, green.
Yeah, but
red,
what surprises me again about the
green.
start is, if you look at the start, and you could see the only shot on target in this game has gone in the way of Nigeria. But the Senegalese team have had a lot of shot off target, which is 3 compared to Nigeria 0. But you look at it and you say, will Nigeria be able to get that goal going?
Bonaventure Voseska, Usenyu Soyeka. And then we also have SARS come from Senegal.
Yeah.
And SARS is like a household name, as well as Cisse and Diouck from that side. So that's the bench, and Diouck from that side. So that's the bench for Senegal right now. And they are being coached by Souleymane Diallo, their wonderful coach who has managed as him Souleymane team as well.
Yeah, he actually took over from
has managed as him Souleymane team as well.
Yeah, he actually took over from the former manager that left his role. Talking about one of their legend, trying to remember. Is it Diouck? No, no. Trying to remember his name now. The man that lead them to the Nations Cup. Final. Talking about the senior team there. But talking about the current coach now, he has been very, very impressive with the team, and that is why he is leading them, in this competition. Let's see if we will be able to, lead them to the final and probably get a victory. Like we talked about the Super Eagles manager also, Eric Cheikh, who is also here. What it means is that those managers, they really wants to make sure they get
Falcons and the Tigers actually demonstrate that there is.
But we need to calm down and make sure that the girls that just been rewarded actually got those things, not because we know Nigerian government at times most of these promise happen to be audio promise. We just hope that this one will not be like the ones, because there was a time we heard that some players were complaining the promise made to them over 10-15 years have not been fulfilled. But we hope know about Eric Cheikh is that he's a very, very emotional manager. He moves with the ball. You could see him putting his hand on his head, feeling as if he's on the pitch there. And I want to believe he has seen a lot in this first half. And to be honest, I'm not impressed with the way we've played, and I want to believe the manager too is not impressed. So I expect him to go into the dressing room, try and sit the boys down. If there's a way he can actually, quickly summarize the first 45 minutes what he saw, for the boys, so they can know that they are not actually, performing up to expectation. And I don't think this is the best we can get from this player than that. But the manager needs to tell them to calm down. Make sure that first of all you're completing your passes, and giving the ball away has a lot of work to do in this half time.
All right, so the manager has a lot of work. The perception Nigeria's team is creating in the minds of the people is terrible, as this group round one Group D game is going on. And you can always watch tuned as we watch along, and we talk about the football on YouTube, on Facebook. You can send or call the numbers you see on your screen and be part of this show. You can join us right now if your call comes in. We'll be very glad to put you on air. We'll be very glad to put you on air, and you can share your opinion. This is Premier Sports Fan Center, where we actually give our viewers and fans an opportunity to broadcast their opinions on air. So join us now, or send in your comment. Let's read it out and see what's going on from there. So the highest rated players, just like I said, so far, lie on the other side. On the Nigerian side, we have Abdurrafiu Tochukwu, and then Ndike Jr., who has committed himself with a yellow card. I don't know, the central back of Nigeria, the captain of the team, having a yellow card in the first half, that doesn't spell good for Nigeria. Captain of the team having a yellow card in the first half, that doesn't spell good for Nigeria at all.
Yeah, but at the same time, we saw he had to, take one for the team there, stopping that prompt there. We know what one attack, but like I said, he needs to be very careful. He needs to be very careful now that he's on the yellow card. But I believe he's got the experience, and you could see how he has been controlling the players at the back there, making sure they don't concede. At least if they can't, get the goal, make sure you don't concede. Because if you concede now, it will be a very, very tough. Because look at the games that have already been played in this tournament. Apart from, I think, the match we saw today, Sudan and Congo in the Group D, along the same group with Nigeria. I think that's the only goal we've seen both teams score. Every other team, I think they've played that, goalless, and you saw one team winning without the other team scoring. And it's looking like, this game also between Nigeria and Senegal, I think anybody that scored first will definitely take all 3 points. So Nigeria needs to make sure that they keep the Senegal away from scoring, because if the Senegalese got the first goal, I think it might be very, very, it might be too late for Nigeria to come back in this game.
Yeah, might be just too late for Nigeria to come back, especially with their disjointed, uncoordinated non-fascinating, non-exciting passes, and no particular flow in the game. There's no floor. There is no movement that is exciting. Players and viewers, even the coach is not enjoying what his boys are playing.
Yeah.
We all over the world paying to watch these matches, are not getting value for our fund. You could see the game that went on between Algeria and Uganda, with Uganda trailing Algeria by 3-0, and Algeria performing wonderfully in that game. If you pay to watch that kind of game, you will actually see value for your money. But if you pay to watch this Nigerian game, I'm sure you want to go and ask for your change. And if they gave you less than half of what you paid for, you possibly would just want to. Let's give Mr. President something good to go to bed about. Let's give Nigerians over 120 million who are old enough to be appreciating football watching, and the other 100 million who may not directly appreciate football. Let's give them something to smile about for tonight. We know it's been a rainy day. It's been a rainy 2-3 days in Nigeria. I think it's also so hot in Tanzania right now, because you can see the weather. The weather is pretty sunny, the temperature high, about 28 degrees Celsius at that stadium right now. But in Nigeria, we're possibly around 24 degrees in Lagos, in the west and south. And it's pretty cold out here. I don't expect it to be so cold out there in Tanzania. So let's just expect that Nigerians will wake up and the players will come for. Let me just read out a little overview about the first half. The first half between Nigeria and Senegal ended in a goalless draw, with both teams struggling to convert their opportunities into goals. Senegal showed dominance in the physical battle of duels and area challenges. That was clear to the blind. The central defender of Nigeria, their captain, the main man behind the defense, the leader of the defense, picking up a yellow card, does not speak well as of present, because what it means is, and that might affect the balance in the defense line. And we also see here that discipline-wise, Nigeria picked up. Overall, it was a tightly contested half with neither side. Attack momentum analysis says that Senegal started the game with early attacking intent, pushing forward in the initial minutes before momentum shifted briefly to Nigeria. The middle of the half saw both teams trading attacking spells, with Nigeria enjoying a prolonged period of pressure about the 20-minute mark. Looking at this key analysis here, Senegal's performance in the final third was notable. Polo, that's exactly what we're saying. They've been performing better in the final third. What it means is Nigeria, dangerous area. That's where they've been playing much more than Nigeria has been. Nigeria has been holding more ball possession in their own half or in the second third, but not in the final third. Yeah. But Senegal has been attacking and controlling the game right in the final third in the penalty area of Nigeria. And it is so clear. The ability to win possession in dangerous areas also give them an edge in creating potential chances for their nation. Nigeria, while holding more of the ball, lacked the same level of penetration, managing far less entries into the Senegalese penalty area. This is so right to left, and Senegal playing from left to right. Nigeria is in color green, while Senegal is predominantly white in this game. Senegal 0, Nigeria 0. The game begins for the second 45 minutes. Who will take this home tonight? Who will take the 3 points, or are they going to share points like their Congolese rivals before we call it a day? So who do you think will take it home? For me, I still think Nigeria might score, because we have players who are desperate here. But Senegal looks very threatening.
Yeah, and I want to believe you, since we are the only team, side so far in this game that have actually registered a shot on target. I believe, if we can go ahead and create another chance and, hit on target, we might get the goal. But, you were reading out some stats about this game, and I said it earlier on, because Senegal, you could see, I think they have a plan. Their plan is to make sure get the ball into the half of Nigeria, while Nigeria keep passing the ball sideways. But we need to make sure we limit those kind of balls from there, allowing them to put those balls into our own area, because if
Nigeria has a chance with a cross and a header. Oh no, the ball is still in the dangerous portion. What would Nigeria do? Oh no, the keeper just picks the ball. The keeper picks the ball and he just no, that was so close. Nigeria could have got a goal there. Please continue, Paul.
Yeah, and not allowing Senegal to continue to pull in those balls because sorry for Nigeria. I just hope the manager, have actually talked to the boys in the dressing room, and you could see Nigeria quickly attacking in this early stages of the second half. There, we almost got a goal there, but the Senegalese goalkeeper was reacted on time to make sure he stopped that attack from Nigeria. So Nigeria needs to get their act together, and let's see the first 5 minutes of this game. We'll know if the team have improved or if the manager have done his job. I was surprised, the manager didn't make any changes at halftime, but let's see.
And Nigeria will move from the left to right. The ball comes across to Ijoma, and the ball comes to Jabbar, and the ball returns. Nigeria still has the ball. Will they make something of this? He dribbles one, he dribbles two, sends the ball back to the midfield, and the longest one to the right flank. The ball comes to the Nigerian number 2. Akoni will send it back to Junior. Junior will give it to Ngenge, and then Ngenge to Abdul Rahouf, and then the ball comes to the midfield again. And then the ball comes to Jabbar. No, but the Senegalese will be there to shoot the ball. They just had something in the ball. Just destroy the passes of Nigeria. Don't let them move forward. That's what you have to do. Just make sure they don't move forward. And they're doing well at that right now. The ball comes into touch for a throw-in to Nigeria at the middle of the field. And from the right flank, Nigeria will restart the game with a throw-in by the Nigerian number 2 man. Sadiq will send the ball to the defender. The central back man, Junior, will send it to the midfield. And Senegal will get the ball. But Nigeria will try and repossess the ball via a throw-in. And Nigeria picks the ball. Chukwu picks the ball for a throw-in. He sends it to his central defender. The Ngege will send the ball into the field. Jabbar Malik will have the ball. Gives it to the midfielder. Adedayo will send it forward. And the ball will go to Chukwu once more. Who sends it across? Oh no, but the pass has been... It was a blind pass. It wasn't going anywhere in the first place. And the pass was sent to Ndeke. Ndeke Jr. will send it across to Sadiq. Sadiq will send the longish one for Ijoma to chase. But Abdul Rahouf will get close to it. And what will he do with the ball? What will Abdul Rahouf do with the ball? And what kind of passes are this? Let's see what... oh no, the pass has been shot out by a header. Nigeria still attacking in the dangerous area of Senegal. But Senegal will have the ball. Oh, frustrating. You can't even be hopeful that a pass will lead to a shot at goal in this game. They put all the balls together, they pass all the balls around, and they just end up in the opponent's leg. It is unfortunate. It is really bitter here. Senegal will build the game from their defense end, so they left back. The left back, Layus, will send the ball across the field to their front man. But the Nigerian defender will pick it up. It comes back to Nigeria. And the ball comes to Ijoma. Ijoma will send the ball back to Adedayo. Adedayo will return it to Ndeke. Ndeke Jr. will send the ball back to Adedayo. And Adedayo will give it to Chukwu. Oh, no, he still has the ball. And the ball comes to Ngege. What will Ngege do with the ball? The ball comes to Chukwu again. Adedayo will collect the ball. And what does he do with the ball? He sends it across to Sadiq Koni. And that will be intercepted by Senegal. Senegal will send it into touch for a throw-in. Nigeria has been having a kind of relief in the second half.
Alim in there, trying to see if he can do it on his own, but the last man said no. That's Senegalese on his own, but the last man said no. That's
Senegalese attack going left flank. Defense recoups very quickly. They regroup in time, and Senegal will go again at the Nigerian. Senegal will go again at the Nigerian defense, and the referee was in the way. It will be defense, and the referee was in the way. It will be a foul in favor of Senegal. The referee will give Senegal the ball as he gives any Nigerian area. It's a Nigerian penalty. Oh my God!
Yeah, and I think
gameplay
Nigeria have been.
What was Sikiru trying to do? Was that wrestling or boxing?
I don't just get what he was trying to do.
He pushes the ball too far. The opponent gets in front of him, and then he decided to go Zumo fighting. What's that?
Yeah, and I think the opportunity we've been creating at least some few chances in this second half, but the problem is that we've not been utilizing those opportunities. And looking at this one again, I think he should be doing better. Talking about Sikiru Halimi, or is it?
Yes, that's Sikiru Halimi.
Sikiru Halimi. He should be doing better there, and not just community. That's the one-on-one with the defender there, but the Senegalese defender reacted quickly, and and he had to bring the Senegalese defender down there, and the referee said
And
that should
the
be.
game will be restarted by the goalkeeper of Senegal, their very own Diouf, who sends a longish one into the Nigerian area. And Senegal will try to build up, but Nigerian defenders will clear out for a throw-in to Senegal. And Senegalese will pick the ball very quickly and throw a longish one into the Nigerian area. And Senegal will try to make a cross of it. Nigeria will try to defend. And a throw-in has been given again in the dangerous position to Senegal against Nigeria. Senegal will try and take a longish one into the penalty area of Nigeria. That was a short throw. And to the edge of the box, Nigeria will head the ball and try to save the day. Sends a longish one back to Ijoma. What will Ijoma do? Send the ball back to Sadiq. Sadiq will send the long one. What will Sikiru do with this ball? He's jumping over again like a kangaroo. He keeps jumping over the defender. What's the problem? Is he supposed to be kicking the ball, not the defender?
Well, I think and this time he actually won a throw-in for Nigeria in a dangerous position there. Still Nigeria with the ball. And Nigeria will be enjoying, going forward in this game. But I still feel we need more bodies up front going forward, because we see that Halimi Sikiru there is actually, I don't think on his own, but he needs someone to help him up front there. And here comes Nigeria again. Oh.
And Nigeria will get a corner kick from that gameplay. That was a beautiful gameplay from Nigeria. And you can see the Nigerian Akoni trying to make a cross. He wanted to connect with the strikers in the midfield, and in the penalty area. Jabbar was waiting, Sikiru was waiting, and Ijoma was also waiting. But the Senegalese defenders were not going to take any of that. They will step into the play and concede a corner kick. It's better I concede a corner kick than concede a goal. They will think in their minds.
Yeah, and another corner kick from Nigeria this time around to be taken by Chukwu. Let's see if Nigeria will be able to power this one into the back of the net.
Chukwu will stand on the corner kick spot, trying to take a longish one into the penalty area, but no, they defended with their height and might, as the anthem said. And Nigeria will repossess.
Advantage of this pulling those crosses, but there's nobody there to head on to. And you could see, I think the Senegalese defense are very good in the air. You see how they've been dealing with those, but I think the manager needs to tell them to look for another. I will probably try, instead of pulling those crosses, why don't you walk your way into the to the 18 there and take your shot. Immediately get there, instead of crossing those balls, and the goalkeeper and the Senegalese defenders start looking for plan B to get a goal in this game.
Yeah, Nigeria will go again in this, and the player has just been fouled. Adedayo has just been brought down by the Senegalese player, and the referee is thinking about giving him a card, but he takes a look at him and says, Konaté, I'll give you the card next time. I'll give you one already. Let's spare you now. And for Nigeria, Halimi was brought down, and he's been up on his feet, and the game is back in play. The ball goes into touch for a throw-in to Senegal. The ball has just been going to throw-in and half play and goal kicks, and not much has been on the field itself.
Yeah, and I'm so disappointed with how we just kicked that ball away there. It just so I don't understand. Was that a pass, or was he just kicked the ball to throw and gave it back to Senegal to restart play?
Can you imagine the Nigerian players are not making much of this game, while Senegalese are not doing better themselves? In fact, the ball still comes in. Oh, what a diving tackle. The Senegalese central defender committed himself to that ball. He went on the floor and said, guy, step on me. But the ball is not going anywhere near my goalkeeper. His name is B.A. Cisse. And then Nigeria will pick up the ball again and attack from the right flank. So Dick will pick the ball. What does he do? Sends it back to Nduka. Junior will pick the ball. Junior will return it back to the flanks, and it comes to Akoni. And what will he do with the ball? What will he do with the ball? He sends it back to Adedayo. Adedayo will give it to Chukwu, and sends it a long one to the left to Taiwo Abdurrafiu, who couldn't control the ball. I guess that's the basic thing they teach them in the academy, to control the ball, trap the ball first. And he just traps the ball into touch for a goal kick. For a throw into Senegal. Cheap throw-in, giveaway they've been doing to themselves. I wonder if there's something at the end of it for them. Giving the ball to the opponents up and down, both sides doing the same thing. But it's so disappointing. Even the referee is disappointed. He's pointing his fingers at that spot and saying, look, you guys cannot kill me here with these your moves. And then the ball starts again. Nigeria will attack, but a foul has been given to Senegal right at the center of the field. Senegal has been given a foul with a Nigerian player on the floor. That's Jabbar Malik. He's saying that he's the one injured, but the referee gave the ball to Senegal to play. What will Jabbar do?
Yeah.
Jabbar will get up and will take the shot. And the guilty guy is still there, number 10 man, Konaté, who is already in the book of the referee, if I'm correct. Oh, no, not Konaté. Ndiaye is in the book of the referee, pardon me. Ndiaye is in the book of the referee. Konaté is yet to be booked. And he's their main man in the midfield. He's the one making everything happen. We actually expected Issa Kane to do that job, but Issa Kane is not even on the field. We don't know why, but he's on the bench anyway for Senegal. So let's see how that plays out as we move on in the game.
Yeah, and we're about to see the first change, substitution in this game, and there's a movement on the Nigerian bench. So let's see who will be coming on and who will be replaced in this game.
So meanwhile, the coaches are trying to map out their strategies, trying to change their formations. The game is now at the 69th minute. Only 21 minutes to play in regulation time. And the player has been taken out, and that is Taiwo Abdurrafiu, the wonderful number 3 man for Nigeria. This is so not cool. Taiwo Abdurrafiu, with a rating of 7.1, the highest in the Nigerian squad, has just been taken out for injury. He's clutching to his left thigh, and another player, number 12, is warming up to replace him. The number 12 man for Nigeria is Austin Harrison Uzondo. He will come in for Taiwo Abdurrafiu at the 69th minute. And the game will restart by the Senegalese with a free kick. And they send the one into the area of Nigeria. And Nigeria will come in to defend. And a cross will come in. But Nigeria will defend that for a corner kick to Senegal.
Yeah.
Senegal will be having their fifth corner kick.
In this second half, I think this should be the first corner kick. Just have to confirm that because this should be the first corner kick in the second half. So let's see if Nigeria will be able to clear this one away, because you could see the Senegalese are very good in the air, and look at the number 10 man there for Senegal. They're very I think it should be one of the tallest players on the field here.
That's Konaté, and the ball comes right into the hand of our goalkeeper, Nigerian goalkeeper Lawal. Mohamed Lawal will seize the ball and sends a longish one, wayward one, targeting his Malik, his number 3 man, his left winger, who couldn't pick the ball, and the ball goes into touch for a throw into Senegal, in the half of Senegal. And ball is restarted with the longish one from Senegal. The ball comes back to Nigeria. Pass has been sent to Jabbar Malik. Jabbar will return the ball, but the Nigerian player was intercepted by the Senegalese, who committed him into getting the ball into touch for a throw-in. Has been given to Senegal.
And there's another player down holding his face there for Senegal there. Uh, let's see, and I think the replay will give us a clearer picture of what happened there.
Yeah, number 15 man for Senegal is being taken care of. B.A. That's his name. The man is Cisse, is a central back. He's lying on the floor getting medical attention right now. Meanwhile, the fans are disappointed. You could see the disappointment written all over their faces, and they are just wondering, when will this game get a break? When are we going to have the cracking of the egg in this game? Nothing seems to be happening. No shots at goal per se. Just one shot at goal since the beginning of this game, and I think it was just a header that was a loose one picked by the goalkeeper. And there hasn't been any shot at goal. There hasn't been any wonderful save. And it's just make the goalkeeper save it.
Yeah, to be honest, it was a wayward, shot. But I think this is the best I've seen from,
Yeah, it wasn't
Nigeria
so far from the goalpost.
Yeah, they've not been able to at least shoot at goals, and I think this will, with this, hopefully they will be able to at least start shooting. Let's see if because they've not been able to test the Senegalese goalkeeper. So Nigeria needs to start, putting on their shooting boots right now.
Absolutely forward more and create more dangerous situations for the Senegalese defense, who seem to be on a, if I don't get your leg, I get the ball. If I don't get the ball, I get the leg kind of mission. They are just no nonsense defenders in there. The central defenders. Dangerous one from Senegal, and a chance for Senegal, and it's a goal. Goal to Senegal. The ice has been broken. The first goal has been scored. The first blood has been drawn. The sleeping Nigerian players, these ones are not super anything. These ones are weaker than even the Falcons. These ones don't even have titles. They just open the defenses and allow Senegal. But we know football is what it is. We don't know what might happen. But when you see, what they can get, best they can get here seem to me like a draw. Should they? And they are also down by a goal to 1, while Senegal leads. Senegal is leading by 1-0 right now in Mame Stadium in Tanzania in this present ongoing African Nations Championship. African Nations Championship 2025 going on right now. African Nations CHAN, as they call it. That is the African Nations Championship. And the richest nations in Africa that will benefit from this kind of arrangement are the Northern African nations, because most of their best players play in their domestic leagues.
Yeah, and
Egypt, Algeria, Morocco.
You're right, and we have about 2 of them in this tournament.
And we saw what Algeria did yesterday to Uganda,
including Morocco, winning by 2-0.
Algeria,
so they've been very, very
peppered
good.
Uganda terribly, and the goal line will not even tell you the full picture of that game. Algeria had so many chances to kill the Ugandan team, like 10-0, but they were just unfortunate to leave it at 3-0, and it was a very easy victory for them.
Yeah, and Nigeria now having opportunity, sending it to the boss.
That should be a foul in the 18 of Senegal, but the referee will not take any of that. And the Nigerian player tried taking a shot, which was harshly blocked by the Senegalese. Actually, I think he stopped the Nigerian player's leg rather than the ball, but the referee will not take any of it. They will not even look at it in the VAR. They say, just continue playing, and let's see where you take that. Sorry, the referee is not for you. I am not for anybody. I am for nobody. I am for nobody at all.
Yeah, and we are into the last 5 minutes of this game. And Doc, is this the case of we saying it's like we say here in Nigeria, Sokoti law for Nigeria?
I think what happened at the 76th minute when the goal was recorded is that you and I agreed that whoever scores first might take it away.
Yeah.
And I told you that this Nigerian side does not look promising. Has never looked promising is not looking promising, and they don't have any intention of looking promising to equalize, lest even overtake.
Yeah, and
5 minutes or 4 minutes to the end of the game, they're still where they were, and my rating for them is still what it was.
Yeah, and I would like to draw your attention to one thing I've noticed about the stats. You know, we talked about Nigeria having one shot on target in the first half and Senegal having 0. But in the second half, we saw Nigeria having more of the ball and doing the play. But one thing I noticed was that Senegal having 2 shots on target, despite not having most of the play in the second half, while Nigeria still remain on that 1 shot on target we registered in the first half. And from that 2 shot on target, Senegal, they got a goal from it, and also creating one big chance, and Nigeria still having 0. So it means that we were just still passing the ball around, enjoying the possession. But I said the Senegal they have a plan. Just they want to get the 3 points. They don't care about making those passes, having ball possession. And that is what has happened now. And Nigeria has less than 4 minutes to make sure they get an equalizer and probably go ahead and win. But with the way they are playing, to be honest, I don't see it coming. But in football, it's not over until the referee says it's over.
Yeah, so the total shots at goal presently stands at 5 against 5. Big chances created, 1 for Senegal, and that big chance created led to a goal. Ball possession 59% for Nigeria and 41% for Senegal. Goalkeeper says 1 for Senegal, 0 for Nigeria. Corner kicks 2-2. And we have 11 fouls against Senegal, 15 against Nigeria. Tackles 16 from Nigeria, 20 against Senegal. For Senegal, free kicks were 15 for Senegal so far and 11 for Nigeria. And Senegal is still attacking, but Nigeria will try to recover the ball in the 18 area. And Nigeria will try to pass the ball, but they will give it away. And the Senegalese will block it for a throw-in. Nigeria will try to pick it up quickly and throw. There are just a few minutes to go. And yellow cards have been given. 3 to Nigeria, 1 to Senegal. Shots on target, 1 to Nigeria, 1 to Senegal. One Nigeria shot was just a weak header or a weak pass to the keeper. Senegalese shot at target was a goal for them, and Nigeria is yet to put another shot on target ever since this game started. They only added 2 shots off target in the second half. So the Nigerian team has absolutely been wasteful. They have actually been non-purposeful. They have been a deterrent to progress. They had no intentionality even concerning winning this game. They have been pushing the ball around just to impress the coach or to make sure that the ball doesn't spoil in my hand. That's what they've been doing all along, and then they are not purposeful in any way. They are just touching, and Senegal will record the second. Senegal again, and no, Senegal was just unfortunate not to score, and the chance will still come. Senegal will blame themselves for not scoring that shot in case they lost this match.
I'm sure they will lose this match with the way they're playing. And let us also let our viewers know that Nigeria made a couple of changes. That was in the 88th minute and the 81st minute, bringing on Thiam for Akoni and Adelani also coming in for Jabba. But still, so far so good. So far so good for the Senegal. They are still leading. And the third yellow card, going the way of Nigeria, received by Austin Harrison, who came in the second half and for Nigeria. So and we are into I think the additional time of this game now. Let's see if Nigeria will be able to at least get an equalizer in this game.
So for substitution in the Senegalese side, we have Seydi Diouck coming in for Niang, and we have Papa Baji coming in for Sering Konaté. So those 2 changes have been made by Senegal, and Senegal is taking out one of their men. They're actually taking him off the field. The number 17 man, his name here
time wasting
is M.Y. Lai has been rated 7.1 in this game. And the highest rated player in Senegal is Cissé. Cissé has been given a rating of 7.8. That should be the man of the match. Should it end like this? Because Cissé created the chance for that goal. Yeah. He made the assist for that goal.
And you look at how he had paced the Nigerian defender there. That was a very, very, very bad defending from the Nigerian player there, but a good one for Cissé there.
Yes, Oliseh did a beautiful one there. Sent a pass that became the goal. And then you also have Goye getting a rating of 7.3. Niang getting a rating of 7.1. Lai with a 7.1 rating as well. Layus with a 7.3 rating. But BSCC, the defenseman, Ba, with a rating of 7.5. That has been the man that kept Jabbar Malik out of this game, and he even sent him packing. He has so hit him on the leg that Jabbar had to be withdrawn. It was so obvious. One wonders why the referee was not using his card to protect Jabbar from that man's intentionality about dispossessing him of continuing in this game. But it is what it is right now. Diouf Ba also rated 7.1. And on the Nigerian side, the only player that got a rating of 7.1 is the removed or the replaced Taiwo Abdurrafiu, who has been substituted. Most of the players here are on the 5 point or 6 point something rating, which means their performances have not been impressive even to the raters. As it is right now, the game has come to 93 minutes and Nigeria is still trailing by 0-1 against Senegal. This game is going on right now in the city of Mame. It's called a Mame Stadium right here in Tanzania. And this is the championship, African Championship Cup going on right now for 2025. As it stands, Senegal might just carry all the 3 points and move to the top of the table. As it stands, while Nigeria goes straight down to the bottom of the table, number 4th position behind the likes of Congo, and Nigeria will take a very poor shot. And Sudan in 2nd and 3rd position respectively by alphabetical order. Congo and Sudan, same goal difference, same goals against, and same points. But the ball comes to a touch for a throw-in for Senegal. But Senegalese players are not very happy to come and take the throw-in. They are reluctant. They want to take all their time to decide. I think they are going to vote for who will take the throw-in. But the referee called them and said, come forward, take the throw-in anyway. Nigeria is not going to do anything even if you throw. And of course, the Nigerian players are not ready to do anything anyway. They're just dancing around in the midfield, looking for relevance, possibly looking for foreign scouts that will take them away from this African Championship so that they'll leave the local league and play with the big boys next season. And not willing to. What? Oh no, that could have been a chance for Nigeria. But the player was not even connecting with the ball before he offended the opponent. He ran into the opponent when he should be running towards the goalpost. Layus was the victim. And the Nigerian player was one of the new players brought in to replace others. And that's no other than that's
and I think any moment from now, we might be seeing the full-time whistle now.
The game is now at the 95th minute, and we have only 4 minutes awarded for injury time. Minimum of 4 minutes was awarded for injury time. 95th minute of the game. Senegal will take a balloon shot towards the Nigerian area. Nigeria will try to defend the balloon shot and almost scored an own goal. But the keeper will say, I beg, save my job. He sends the longest one. His name is Lawal, Mohammed Lawal. And he will send the longest one. What can Nigeria do? They will send the longest one, and the referee has blown the whistle. The game has been brought to an end. Senegal wins this one, 1-0. And Nigeria will get 0 points. Senegal will get 3 points at the first game of the 3 games in this Group D match of the Championship of African Cup. African Nations Championship going on right now in Tanzania. That's it, gentlemen and ladies. Polo.
Yeah, the disappointing, outing for the Nigerian side. Hopefully, we'll go ahead in the second game and get the 3 point. If not, that means we might be packing our bag and be coming back But I hope the manager will look at this game and see the areas where one or two positions that we lack, and make those corrections by the time we take on our next opponent, and we'll be wishing them the very best of luck in the next game.
Yeah, so critically, if you ask me, Nigerian players they actually played their best, but their coordination was poor. There, you could see the technical flow wasn't there. There was no understanding in attack. In the build-up to attacks, they didn't make much impact, and that's what played out. Senegalese were much better, and you could see who gets the man of the match. Who gets the man of the match award here, and that is no other than their number 7 man, Gueye. Gueye was given the man of the match award as against the expectation of Cisse, but this is voting. Gueye was voted as the man of the match against Nigeria by Senegal. Senegal gets all the points. So the Nigerian team has to go back and to the drawing board and try and make something good from the next 2 matches. Senegal has an upper hand in the group. They have a leg already in the second round or the quarterfinal of this tournament. Kudos to Senegal. Well done, boys. Congratulations. And sorry, Nigerians, you have to wait for the next 2 days or 3 to witness a draw or a win again. Goodbye for now from here. Paulo, I think I'm rounding up from here. Ladies and gentlemen, fans, viewers all over the world, this is Premier Sports Fan Center. Once again, we appreciate you for standing by, for watching with us, for staying with us. We encourage you to keep watching. We have so many videos online. Just click on Premier Sports Fan Center, subscribe to the channel, and continue to watch us on YouTube. Join us as well in the section and put your comments there. We'd love to read from you. From Paul and I here, my name is Yinka Adegbuyi, Premier Sports Fan Center crew behind the cameras, and my production crew. Thank you and good night.